Hey, welcome Transformer fans. C-Spray coming at ya. Today we're going to be looking at a Transformer review on Transformers Universe Classics 2.0 Wheelie. Wheelie is a legend-sized figure. He's an Autobot, and he is a G1 representation of his Generation 1 self from the 1986 Transformers animated feature film. This guy is pretty not loved in the Transformer community. A lot of people hate him. I guess his cartoon persona. I do hear that his comic book persona is a little bit not as annoying, I guess, because I guess you don't actually hear the voice or whatever, I don't know. But for the most part, this is Wheelie, and I like him, and I don't care what anybody else says about this little dude. So let's just get into his color and the rest of what I have to say about this guy. Color-wise, he is primarily orange. He does have some darker orange parts throughout his body. He does have some gray, a little bit of yellow on this chest piece here, which act as his headlights in his car mode. He does have some teal kind of greenish blue coloring going on for his eyes, and also the slingshot on the inside of his arm there, which, to note, does not detach. Posability and articulation. Can't really do too much, just like the rest of the legend-sized figures. His knees don't bend, his arms don't bend at the elbows at all. Legs spread about that far. His arms rotate 360. His head does not spin whatsoever. His feet go up and down. That's just for transformation purposes only. And he comes apart like that. But that's also for the transformation purposes. Alright, so to transform him, you just want to leave his arms like that, and you just bring them forward. And you just take this middle torso piece and you kind of just tuck it. Well, you don't tuck it, you just pull it up. Well, actually, I guess you actually do tuck it, and you just tuck it under the windshield there, if you can see that. And you just clamp his feet together. I'm just doing this in any random order here. I'm not following the instructions whatsoever. I don't usually follow instructions unless I need to. I just try and figure it out on my own, because that's really the purpose of Transformers, is to try and figure it out. Use your imagination. Don't follow the rules and guidelines that society gives to you, which is what they want us to do. No, I'm just kidding. So anyways, I don't know if you're watching here or what, but just pull these babies down, and you kind of just work it in there. Just kind of work it like a woman. Just caress it, be gentle with it. But every so often you gotta be a little bit rough. Just kidding. I meant that in a good way, of course, not in a bad way. Alright. Here's his Cybertronian car. Pretty a good homage to his G1 counterpart. He does roll pretty good. Pretty sweet ass. Can do 360s. Can sit and play dead. Just kidding. What else can I say about this guy? The wheel is a little loose there, but whatever. Underneath, you can see a slingshot there. That's very cool. All the same colors, as you can see. Just a note also, would have helped too to get the windshield coloring the glass there, also on the back here. They kind of skimped out just because they thought that since this hides this, they could not do that. But you know what? You should have did it. He does actually have some red taillights, and there's the yellow I mentioned earlier, and that's about it. So we're just gonna do a couple of quick comparisons here, just random comparisons with figures that I have at the table at the moment. We got Beachcomber, and we have Classics Rodimus. Pretty sweet ass figure. Actually, the Henkei one is a lot better, but whatever. The mold, I mean, is a pretty sweet. Good job. Alright. Just going to take these guys away. Now we're just going to transform back to his robot mode, and we're just going to do a couple of quick comparisons here. So you just want to pull his legs apart. Bring his arms apart. Pull them apart. Just leave them as is. Flip this baby down. There he is. Peekaboo. I see you. You just pull the his legs down from the back of his on his back piece there. Pull the front forward, clip it in there, bring his feet apart. You can just take the feet from the back end here, and you can just pull them forward. You just gotta get your fingernails right in there. I just cut mine, so it's a little bit hard to get in there. Okay, so here he is. And we're just going to do a couple of comparisons here. I guess do a good homage to the 1986 feature film, or feature animated film. This is not exact representation of these characters. Blur isn't, but for the most part, this is what I have for my 1986 movie line homage. So enjoy it. So we have Blur, a deluxe Cybertronian Blur, who is a retool repaint of Transformers Armada Blur and Universe 1.0 Swerve. We have Energon RC, and this little fembot has quite a number of repaints, and I won't get into naming them all because I'll be here all frickin' night. I said frickin', by the way, not you know what. Alright, we got Classics Target Exclusive, Classics 1.0, whatever, Ultra Magnus, who, just to mention, we don't see too much of this guy lately because he's just flooding the internet photos and whatnot of City Commander. So here you go, buddy. Here's a little spotlight for you. Feel sorry for him. Just kidding. Alright, and I think that's about it. And we're actually just going to bring in me, Grimlock, don't like stupid boy. Just kidding. And finally, just to do a little tribute to Wheelie and RC, Wheelie and Grimlock, I'm going to bring in my animated Voyager size Grimlock, because this is the largest Grimlock that I have. There is a masterpiece one, but I don't have him. So we're just going to have to do this for the moment, and it doesn't really bend too well for articulation and posability, so you can't really get him on there exactly like the movie, but you know, you can have him up here and, you know, like, woohoo! I'm on Grimlock! Grimlock! Woo! Party on, Wayne! Party on, Garth! Alright, so here he is in all his glory. Wheelie and Grimlock. Just kidding. Alright. Final thoughts on this little guy. I do like him a lot. I do recommend him. He does have nice detail, and there's a freaking cat here that won't get off my stupid finger. Okay. So I do recommend him. Go pick him up. He has very nice detail in the face sculpt throughout his body. He does lose some points on his articulation, which is very limited. But really, what do you expect with the legend size figure? Nice hand detail. I forgot to mention that. Not too bad. Forearms are a little bit chinched out, but you know, all the Legends, these Universe 2.0, Classic 2.0 figures have nice hand sculpts. I'd just like to mention that. Yep, that's about it. Alright, Seaspray yet again with another review.